Listen to me. If there was a wise man who would ever think of this, they would say in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. For I am the man himself.
Oof. That's all I gotta say right now is oof. What is going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man 1993. And do not ever forget, in order to be superior to the man, you've gotta be the man. And for I am the man himself. And the man himself always wishes he had more power over Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I already ranted about my Night of Champions preview in that last night. Again, I was not too rested to record these videos, but it's officially a 3-day weekend. I'm going to try to get a lot of stuff caught up with. I still got to watch the last 40 minutes of Dynamite, though. But I will do that hopefully later tonight. I have my graphics for my Double or Nothing preview and prediction. I'll probably do those tomorrow for my preview for that. If you didn't see my Night of Champions preview, make sure to check that out as well. But I don't know, for a while, it's still, if I even still want to record, because I keep saying this, guys. I keep saying, if I was not this close to 2,000 subscribers, I would desperately be taking a break right now. Again, because I'm feeling almost the same way I felt whenever I dropped my Raw, SmackDown, and NXT reviews back in 2021. I'm feeling almost that same way now. I just feel so let down because when we thought we finally won the war. We finally won. Vince McMahon was gone. He came back, and now the shows just suck again. And minus, of course, the Raw after Mania, this show was probably the second worst show since WrestleMania, in my opinion. And it reflects because it was revealed that the script was rewritten 3 times. Probably because of Vince. I don't know if Vince was there at all. Heck, I don't know if Vince has been backstage once since the Raw to WrestleMania. But this one really, really showed Vince is there. Nothing really mattered. We have Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar getting super overbooked, making no sense. Going after the storyline, well, people loved it when Cody Rhodes fought through a torn pec, so we can have Cody Rhodes fight through a kayfabe broken arm now. The easiest thing to just make me get invested in that match, as I said last night, was just to explain why Brock Lesnar hates Cody Rhodes so much. Instead of having Brock come around going like, I want to fight! I want to fight! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Ugh. Break the arm. We have Natalya getting a shot at a championship when she hasn't even had a match in how long, or how long has actually been since she's actually won a match. Oh, and just a reminder once again, the SmackDown Women's Championship is a Raw title right now, and vice versa. And just a bunch of other pointless stuff that I just really didn't care about. A couple little things that I was like, okay, but once again, is it really is it really like that worth it to kind of like find the smallest little things to enjoy when you're going to forget about it in a few weeks anyways? You know, like, okay, I like how they've been booking Zoe Stark so far on the main roster. I don't like that she's a heel. It feels very miscasted. We had Apollo Crews make his return on the show, and even I thought that was bland. And even like the stuff with, you know, Imperium and Matt Riddle and Kevin Owens, they tried to have a good match, but Imperium's losing. Oh, and one thing I hated the most, Mustafa Ali, as I ranted about in my preview last night, Mustafa Ali was actually about to cut a promo I gave a shit about, seeming to push the whole positive Ali thing in the past, and of course gets interrupted by Brock Lesnar saying, "Get a life, kid." Well, is that just Vince McMahon saying that to all of us who just want him gone, but Endeavor's going to do nothing about it? Guys, seriously, with this bullshit, with the drama, not just, you know, with the whole CM Punk stuff, but the whole drama of you gotta love one or the other when you can't just enjoy both, and then when you love one but hate the other, you just look for reasons to hate the other. As I tweeted the other night, wrestling right now to me is just a mess. It's an absolute mess, and it's starting to become not fun. So, again, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. But regarding that business, time to play some catch up. Let's talk about Raw from this past week, because I'm still want to review them and give you my thoughts. Even though, again, I hated the show. I feel like I gave it a little bit of a generous grade, because there was some things I'm like, this was okay or whatnot. But the thing throughout the night was the show opened up with Cody Rhodes entering the arena. And it was advertised, Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes, under one roof. Have these weird phrases that, once again, is just, you can tell it's Vince McMahon who comes up with, because they're so odd, so corny and whatnot. Nothing is just flowing. But anyways, Cody Rhodes is entering, and Brock Lesnar just beats the absolute shit out of him. And he even goes as far as, kayfabe-wise, breaking Cody's arm. So that sets the tone for most of the night. Oh yeah, and guess who also showed up? Once again, didn't show the visitor tag on his phone, him going, call Roman Reigns. Didn't even call Roman Reigns on my phone. But actually, no, how fucking... Hey Siri. Call Roman Reigns. Oh. Call Roman Reigns. I didn't see Roman Reigns in your contacts. Dang it. I had to do it. But yeah, Paul Heyman was on Raw again. And once again, if they did include Paul Heyman in the draft when Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman were all drafted to SmackDown, okay, Paul Heyman is a drafted SmackDown wrestler. But he's still showing up on Raw. But there's no reason why he should. Yes, he's involved in a feud with the tag champs, but here's the thing. Paul doesn't have a tag title, Roman doesn't have a tag title, and Solo doesn't have a tag title. Also, I mentioned this in my preview also, is anybody getting worried they're going to drop the Sikoa? Because every time they talk about him now, it says Solo and Roman Reigns. Solo and Roman Reigns. But Paul Heyman shows up. First, he says he had nothing to do with Brock Lesnar attacking Cody Rhodes. But he talks up Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa going to bring the titles back to the bloodline, and then welcomes us, of course, to Monday Night Raw. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn come out here, and then they get out of the way, and Sami asks where he went, and says he must have a score to settle, but the truth is they're feeling pretty good. And of course, they're saying that this is all going to be very personal to them. They have nothing left to say because he already said what he had to say straight to Roman's face on Friday. And KO has something he wants to say. He says how Roman dedicated the victory he thinks he's going to have to the Wild Samoans, but inspired him to do the same. So Owens is going to dedicate this victory to the true pillars of the bloodline, Jimmy and Jey Uso. And then Sammy says they can't forget they have business to take care of tonight in the 6-man tag match against Imperium. Which Imperium comes out and they brawl. And Matt Riddle, of course, jumps in for the save as well, as it's going to be a 6-man tag match in the main event. Which the match, I'll just jump around. The match happened, was fine. Imperium lost again, though. They're having Imperium eat a lot of pins lately. And that's bothering me. Because for real, they should have saved this for an actual pay-per-view match. I got hiccups now. Crap. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci would have been an excellent match for the tag titles. Now that I've seen them beat them like several times already on Raw, I don't want to see the match now. So thank you, Vince. You ruined a fresh match. You handcuffed Triple H and ruined an awesome match. So that happened. We had, of course, Byron Saxton trying to get Adam Pearce coming out of Cody Rhodes' locker room. Pearce refuses to offer any update. And then he even pressed about reports apparently that Cody has the broken arm. Bronson Reed got an insert promo that he's going to teach Ricochet that actions have consequences tonight. So, and Bronson Reed and Ricochet had a solid match. Bronson won with a 747 splash. He's still hanging there until he starts cutting some corny promos. Oh yeah, speaking of corny, we got Apollo Crews backstage. And I'll be doing a turn alert on Apollo Crews. Yes, I know he was a face in NXT, but again, I didn't watch NXT. So this is the first time for me seeing him as a face again, because he was a heel when he went back down to NXT, when he was the Nigerian prince with Commander Aziz, who is Dabba-Kato again in NXT. But anyways, Apollo cuts his promo saying Cody is okay. He's excited to be back, but then here comes Mommy and Dom Dom. Dom Dom complains about Apollo. And of course, Apollo's like, I guess he mispronounced his name. Apollo's like, it's Cruz. Apollo Crews. Made me think back to whenever he first came up the main roster before when he feuded with The Miz for the IC title. Dom says how Rhea has something to say, and she grabs the mic, calls out Natalya, saying you have a legendary career, and this Saturday she's going to make an example out of her, and she's going to end her. And then Cruz interrupts and says, it says, you cut out of my interview time, and Dom's like, why don't we just... And basically Dom complains about it, and Apollo challenges him to a match, and then Rhea accepts on his behalf, and the match happened later, and... Again, I'll talk about it briefly, of course, also in my turn alert for him, but to me, it just seems like Apollo Crews has not changed. Well, maybe he would have if Vince McMahon didn't write the damn show, or change the whole damn show, but to me, it's like, why did Apollo even come back? He just looks the same to me. Yes, he's excellent in the ring, but again, it's just like, he's got no stinking character. I mean, I liked him his heel run briefly, but then they even got kind of stale because they really did nothing with him. Really didn't. That's always been Apollo's problem. He's always been an awesome wrestler, but he's got no character. But talk about that again in my turn alert for him. I do later on. But yeah, we have that. We also had a sit-down interview with Seth Rollins. Like I said in my preview, AJ Styles, basically in an interview, stated that he believes that this title is just a secondary title. Well, then there's Seth freaking Rollins that wants to make this title more prestige than Roman Reigns' title. Because he was asked about Roman in this interview, and Seth says he loves him, but he also doesn't like him. He's always loved for him being there when everyone else in the world was their enemy. But the person he's become, he's got no respect. Roman's been poisoned by his own ego and by the title taking opportunities away from everyone else. He wants to put the industry forward, and he wants challenges. he put AJ Styles over as one of the greatest in-ring performers of all time, which he think is truly special, which we got another part later on tonight. There was footage of Shinsuke Nakamura and Damian Priest having a confrontation during Raw Talk last week, which set up a match with Finn Balor as he got involved and challenged him to a match later on the show. We had Candice LeRae and Zoe Stark getting a solid match again. I like Zoe Stark. I think they booked her decent so far. Like, I can see her. I don't think she would win it. I would like to see her get in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match because she's been booked solid so far. Her first 2 matches. I still like her finisher, that Z360 she does. Again, though, I just don't understand why she's a heel. She seems very miscasted as a heel. She should be a face, I feel like. So maybe we'll get that, who knows. But, oh yes, this part right here that, oh god, I saw that, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So, we have Mustafa Ali, who once again is a free agent. How he was able to get a title opportunity, or get an opportunity to get a title opportunity, I don't know. But, he has this interview that was this close that gave me invested more in his match on Saturday. He admits that his title match against Gunther is way too real for him to sum it up. And then basically he first even says that, I give a whole positive Ali speech, goes, but this is about something more serious. I mean, he says that, I'm like, oh, again, I'm sitting up, I'm getting invested, because again, one thing to give Mustafa Ali credit for, he has had very crappy gimmicks. The positive Ali, Retribution leader, whatnot. Like, his promos, like, they would cut backstage with Retribution. Like, they were leading to nothing, but you listen to him, and you can tell he puts so much effort into the promo. He's a great promoist. He's one of the most underrated stars in the company, for sure. But you see this. And then he's about to cut this excellent promo. I'm like, this is the Mustafa Ali I like. Basically talking about how his career's been failure after failure after failure. Basically just going back. He was being like that heart and soul from 205 Live, type promo again. And I'm just like, yes, this is what I like. Keep it rolling. And then Brock Lesnar interrupts him. Walking through, he shoulder blocks the cameraman to Gorilla and looks at Ali and goes, "Get a life, kid." And he walks out there, and we have him basically saying how Cody Rhodes is not going to be clear to compete on Saturday. Issues an open challenge just for Cody Rhodes to come out with his arm in a sling, try to brawl with Brock, but Brawl beats him up, puts him in a Kimura, his bad arm in a Kimura lock, going, "Fight me! Fight me! Fight me!" and then breaks his arm. So you won, not only again, just had another repetitive promo that's making me lose so much interest in this feud. Again, the match, yes, sounds awesome, but once again, he wanted a fight. I want to fight! I want to fight! You wanted a fight, but there's still no stipulation, so Cody Rhodes can beat you exactly the same way again tomorrow. Seriously, he can! He just roll him up again and get lucky, because how on earth is Cody Rhodes going to win this match with a broken, stinking arm? How is that going to be possible for him to beat Brock other than just, rolling him up again? That's all he's going to probably do if he does win the match. Again, my prediction, have it be just a brawl and the match never even starts. That's a fight. That's a fight. And again, get it to Money in the Bank. That way you have a stipulation. And also, the ringer of this is, whoever wins the match can be added to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Cody can win the briefcase, and he can cash in on Roman later in the night if they do Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa versus the Usos. And the Usos can help cost Roman the title. Isn't that some, decent storytelling at least there? But yeah, and then of course the thing again that pissed me off most again is that Mustafa Ali was about to cut an excellent promo. It gets interrupted. No, that was probably a blueprint of a Triple H promo and Vince McMahon coming in and just ripping it up in our face. That's all that was supposed to be. That was just an example of how Vince would do it. Saying, get a life, kid. I'm pretty sure that if they do these releases... No, if they do these releases by July 1st, rumors I'm hearing, let Mustafa Ali go. Let him go. Seriously, let him go. Would I love him to stay? Yes, but if you're going to continue to book him like this, let him go. At this point, I don't care who gets released. It would suck because most of them are probably going to be ones who Triple H brought back saying, he's gone, you can come back now. It would suck that they released them all again, yes, but at this point I'm just like, good, you're set free now. But, yeah, and then of course also, Mustafa Ali had to post the video himself on Twitter finishing what he wanted to say. Natalya had to do the same thing also. It's pitiful that these wrestlers have to go into business for themselves on social media trying to get us to get invested in this. I remember back in 2017, I'm talking a lot more about this show than I thought I would. Maybe it's because I'm more energetic tonight. I don't know. I remember back in 2017 when they had Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder getting ready for their match at Clash of Champions in 2017. And I saw these promo videos that Mojo Rawley was posting, hyping up for his own match. And I saw them and I'm like, he's actually not that bad. But of course, they did nothing with him on screen. They had him yell at a mirror for how many days? And I think I actually just a week or so ago listened to his his Sessions interview with Renee Paquette. Basically how, he was mentioning, he goes like, they were pitching these ideas, I was rolling with it, and then, they dropped it, this and that. He showed me there he had something. Stuff like this shows Mustafa Ali's got something. But of course, if Vince McMahon didn't create it, get a life, kid. So yeah. We had that. And then, we had a match with Alpha Academy and Viking Raiders. Alpha Academy won, cool. Chad Gable and Maxine Dupree got along. Cool. Maxine Dupree got into it with Valhalla. Cool. Was what it was. Filler. Byron Saxton was trying to get another update on Cody Rhodes again. Adam Pearce shoos him off like, how dare you try to get an update? It's like, why are you getting all pissed off and what up this and that? Adam Pearce, seriously. It's just me or is Adam Pearce as an official just annoying me even more. He's getting upset over random things that make no sense. And he's cool. I don't know. I'm just kind of sick of his role as well. We also had another hype reel from Indus with Balder Mahal. Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor had a solid match. Damian Priest got involved a few times, which is probably going to set up for a match with Damian Priest and Shinsuke Nakamura. Had we had the Shinsuke Nakamura in NXT against Damian Priest, I'd be a lot more hyped for it. But it should be decent. But once again, I should have to settle for decent because I know it could be great. But Finn wins thanks to Damian Priest. Then of course we get hyped for this match on Raw on Monday. It's going to be for the vacant women's tag titles because apparently Liv Morgan's going to be out for a while. Actually, apparently in that match where Liv Morgan got hurt, there's rumors now she may have suffered a torn rotator cuff. Yikes. And there's also now saying that for the second time in her career, Dakota Kai in that same match also suffered a torn ACL. Yeah, that blows. So Damage Control now consists of just Bayley and Io Sky. Hopefully they'll break them up soon because again, Damage Control is damaged goods, and Io Sky had a main roster breakout performance at Backlash, but that's being put in the back seat, right? Because I'm pretty sure Vince McMahon would book Io exactly the way he's booked Asuka. So, so this Fatal 4-Way is going to have Raquel Rodriguez and a partner of her choosing take on Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. I'm pretty sure they're going to win this Monday, get the tag titles on them, which again, think of this. a match for WrestleMania. I mean, I still want to see Ronda and Becky one-on-one, but if Ronda and Shayna can hold those pointless tag titles till WrestleMania, and WWE does not release Tegan Nox, because I'm pretty sure Tegan Nox will be one of the people to go, and does not release Dakota Kai, if both of them are back, if Dakota's back by Rumble, again, they could still do a story. Because like I've always said, I have always wanted to see Dakota Kai get her revenge on Shayna Baszler, since both of them had their NXT debut matches. The way that's set up, I've been wanting to see that happen. So like I said, they could give Ronda and Shayna the belts, hold them till WrestleMania, and have Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai reunite their friendship. Wouldn't that be quite a story? But no, that's too good. They'll both probably be released by July 1st. But yeah, so yeah, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Bayley and Io Sky, SmackDown stars from Damage Control, competing on Raw for the tag titles. They should have just done this match on the pre-show and for Night of Champions. Why are they not doing this on an episode of Raw? Oh, and then also Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville, which honestly, if it wasn't obvious that Ronda and Shayna would get those tag titles, I'd be saying give the belts to Chelsea Green. Even though I don't like them, I'd rather, I mean, again, I can't do it now because she is pregnant, but I would rather have it be Carmella and Chelsea Green, because I do not like this pairing with Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Again, I just feel like all Sonya does is complains, but she has nothing to back herself up with. And again, I don't like this take place on Raw, but we have SmackDown stars involved with it. Oh, not even that. First off, we then had a match with Raquel Rodriguez and Sonya Deville, who gives a shit. It only lasted 2 minutes. And afterwards, we get revealed who is going to be the tag partner for Raquel Rodriguez, who is a Raw superstar. Her tag team partner. They could have given it to Tegan Nox, who again is probably going to get released. Emma, who's also on Raw. Who else is on Raw? Who else is it? I mean, they can't do Becky because she's involved in the feud with Trish. Let me see here. Let's see here. Who else is on Raw? Who else is on Raw? Candice? I mean, you could have done her for something different, but she was feuding with Zoe on the show. Dana Brooke, no thanks. No one knows who the heck she is. Again, Emma, Indy Hart. Oh, that's right. The Way is a thing again. Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Oh yeah, also, why are we giving Katana Chance and Kaden Carter a shot? They have not been featured once on Raw since the draft. Not once. Natty's working Nikki Cross for something different. Piper Niven's a heel. Tegan, I already mentioned her. Yeah, you could have done Tegan Nox for something different. Instead, you picked Shotzi Blackheart. So, the draft's in effect, right? Nobody is technically champion right now. Why are you pairing a Raw superstar with a SmackDown superstar? What if they would put the belts on Raquel and Shotzi just to insult us Monday on Raw? I mean, again, I think it's pretty obvious they're going to put the belts on Ronda and Shayna, but once again, you're breaking your rules already again, because WWE just says, who cares about rules? Nothing makes sense. It's whatever Vince wants to do. I do the right one. I hate the man. But yeah. So yeah, that happened after the match. Shotzi comes out there, and she basically finds out she's her tag partner, because she always has Raquel's back or whatnot. Yeah, they have no history together whatsoever. Adam Pearce is trying to get update on Cody Rhodes. Now all of a sudden, he isn't, of course, I'm trying to get another update. Now all of a sudden, Adam Pearce is cool with it. Cody Rhodes, though, is now not being cooperative with the medical staff. When Trish rolls up and says she has some thoughts on tonight's contract signing, they should have a no-touch clause, because all heels have to be cowards. Pearce is like, no, excuse me. And we have that. Then a Matt Riddle hype reel. Then we had, okay, This segment with Becky Lynch and Trish was actually not too bad. Their contract signing. Trish gets on the mic and says this is going to be her first ever contract sign. She's delighted to discover that she is in Hershey, PA, just like chocolate. I think she said something like, I think she's the one who said something like a stale place of stale, a Hershey, PA, stale like chocolate or something like that. Because that's how this show felt. This show was stale like chocolate. Well, like I said, I do love chocolate, but except when it's stale. But she says Becky's so used to contract signs, and it's all thanks to Trish, because Trish fixed women's wrestling. She's number one without needing a broken nose to get there, and Becky says she's it. What happens when the it gets beat at Night of Champions? That makes Trish it. Will Becky crawl in a dark, deep place and go through her stuff again? She's got Becky figured out. She sees her weak spots, and she's her own worst enemy. Trish says it's ironic that this is her first contract signing because it'll be Becky's last, and signs a contract, and then Becky Lynch, who's been out there wearing some weird-ass glasses, says, Trish, you're scared. That's why you went to Adam Pearce to say, don't hurt me. She's scared because time is passing by. Everybody's also getting better while she stays the same. And the fans remember her as better than she is. And Becky's even better than that. Don't worry about why Becky was gone. Worry that she's back. She wants her flowers? Okay. She'll say it to her face. She thanks Trish. She thanks her for being everything she hopes she'll never become. Vapid, trashy, cold, and not it. And if Trish thinks barking like a dog is embarrassing, refer back to that horrible segment on Raw years ago where Vince made Trish get on her feet and bark like a dog, just wait until she whoops her ass at Night of Champions. And signs it and says, welcome to the big time, bitch! Woof woof! Which I like that. And Trish got pissed off and flipped the table and stormed off. Which also Trish looked pretty good, I would say also. As well, too. But of course, she storms off. And that was good. Like I said, the booking for this feud has been weird. Like I said, it just... Again, I don't know if it's because, again, I've never really seen Trish as a heel before. Again, I get the whole... I'm okay with the storyline of her saying, I'm trying to reclaim, to, keep myself on the top. And cement herself as the one. Not a nostalgia act. She's not the past. She's always going to be the best. I'm okay with that. Because, again, I can believably see Trish Stratus trying to cement herself at the top. And, again, I like this idea that Trish needs to find Becky's weak spots to develop her character to make her a bigger obstacle for Becky to overcome at SummerSlam. It's just... everything in between the heel turn and this contract sign, everything in between there is just not, like I said, it just feels like Trish is not playing an organic character. But we'll see what happens on tomorrow. Woof woof. Alright. We, for the millionth time, see that Cody Rhodes got kicked by Brock Lesnar's ass multiple times. Adam Pearce is on the phone saying Rhodes' arm is mangled. And he keeps getting rid of medical personnel when they're trying to evaluate him. And that's why he's calling whoever he's calling. Which, of course, ends up being Triple H at the end of the show. Then we have the match with Apollo, Crews, and Dominic. We also have the last part of the Seth Rollins interview. He talks about the new World Heavyweight title being a chance to push the industry forward. And he's going all in on it. And once again, as I keep saying, Seth Rollins' story is he wants to make the title more prestige than Roman Reigns. So besides the fact that he's a Raw superstar, and I know his schedule's going to get busy because of his movie role, you still got to put the title on Seth freaking Rollins. Who I still don't understand how he's a babyface. He's got no story being a face besides his song being over the like that's, of course, the best thing going. I have hamburgers right now. I think my fiance is cooking the hamburgers right now. Yummy. I better wrap this up. So I talked a lot longer on this episode than I thought I would. But yeah, so we got that. We are noted that next week the Money in the Bank qualifiers will start, which I'm also going to try and knock out my Money in the Bank card predictions early, because the Night of Champions card predictions didn't do so good on views. Although they got over 1,000 views on TikTok, only got a mere like 65 on YouTube. Let's change that again, because those match cards used to get a lot of views. And I brought them back because they're doing decent, but this one, not so much. We'll see what happens, though. Anyway, so yeah, we have the main event, and after the main event, we have Cody Rhodes backstage, and Triple H walks in, basically tries to talk Cody Rhodes out of wrestling at Night of Champions, but he's like, well, what would you have done? And basically, Triple H then just gives in and lets Cody Rhodes compete in Night of Champions, which is just dumb. Because now, again, Cody Rhodes is just going to be back to what I said last summer. He's a crazy man. He wrestles with, like, severe injuries. Are people really going to want to get behind somebody who just wrestles with kayfabe? Well, okay, the torn pec wasn't kayfabe. That was real. But is that how you're going to get Cody Rhodes over? Is that how you're going to get Cody Rhodes to be the guy? And again, you were doing so good at handling him as wanting to make him the next top guy, and now you're starting to overdo it. Which is not Cody's fault, but... yeah, no. But yeah, that's my review on Raw. I talked for this show a lot longer than I thought. I gave it a C-. I like the best part about the show that I liked that got pulled off good was the contract signed with Becky and Trish. I wish they would have let Ali finish his promo, but the overbooking of Cody Rhodes and, oh god. Not too much I like, though. Again, probably the second worst episode of Raw since WrestleMania, in my opinion. I gave the show a C-. C- for Raw. I do not suck. And, yeah, that does it. So, guys, what are your thoughts on this episode of Raw? Do you guys agree with me? A C-? Are you guys at all anyone excited for Night of Champions tomorrow night? Leave your thoughts down in the comments section below. Be sure as always to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at the Club of the Man 93, and also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at the Club of the Man 1993. Again, hopefully this weekend I'll be pounding out some more content, some different stuff as well. I haven't posted for a while. We'll see. Again, I'm still aiming to try to get more of the shorts done from the 2018 Worst Match Edition. Hopefully soon, doing the 2023 edition soon. I'm very excited for that video to do, and hopefully that'll be coming soon. Of course, also, next Monday, we will be seeing Cody Rhodes on this graphic board, because it'll probably be Seth freaking Rollins with the new World Heavyweight Championship. Until then, guys, I'll check it out. I'll catch y'all there. Also, stay tuned for my WWE tournament for Apollo Crews as well. So as always, guys, do not forget, in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. And for I am the man. Oh, I did it right. I am the man himself.